to yet another episode of the 2 Count. Thank you for joining us here. We are here to discuss a amazing event that's happening just tomorrow night, so hopefully I can get this up in time for everybody to take a good look and watch it. It is your boy Charlie. I am here with Rich and Dave, and we are here to break down the Evolution card for you. And although we may not agree with how this pay-per-view event came to be, if you've watched the evolution of women's wrestling, you will understand our viewpoint on that situation. It doesn't mean that or take away anything from the fact that the girls deserve this pay-per-view event and opportunity. I feel it's going to be a fantastic event, an amazing watch, probably better than at least 6 out of 8 of the WWE pay-per-views that we've seen this year. So me and the guys are going to take a look at the card, go over some of the matches with you in depth, and break down our perspective and give you an understanding of where we think things are going to net out after the Evolution pay-per-view. So who wants to read down the card, and then we will start the conversation from there.
All right. Well, we got the Women's Battle Royal.
Okay.
My God! So, a ton of talent and a ton of legends, which is good, or former talent. The NXT Women's Championship with Shayna Baszler.
Let's start with the Battle Royal. So this is basically we have a lot of people that we want to throw into this event that deserve to be here, Battle Royal. There's a couple of them that could definitely still go in the ring. I mean, I'm excited. I know Rich is excited to see Alundra Blaze in there.
The only one I was just gonna say. The only one I give a fuck about is Alundra. Right. Fuck everyone else.
MAD USA, baby.
I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a couple of other returning names that I like as well. Happy to see Maria Kanellis back in a WWE ring.
She's gonna get there one way or another, though.
Yeah, I agree, but it's good to see her back. You know, she broke her wrist while she was trying to come back from maternity, so good to see Maria Kanellis back. I personally think Barbie Blank should still be wrestling in WWE. For those of you who don't watch the indies, Barbie Blank is Kelly Kelly. She's gotten a little bit better since she left the company. Okay.
Listen, if she looked anything
I just want to see her. I just want to look at her.
Wait. If she looked anything like the Women's Royal Rumble, I do not want to see her back in the women's division in WWE.
I do.
Yeah.
Or she could
long matches, submission matches.
Or she could be an awesome valet for someone. Okay, how about that? Can we all compromise on a valet here?
Yes.
Let her do some backstage stuff.
Do you want to make her a producer?
No, not a producer. Like, do interviews.
Just make her an agent. Let her book. It's like Kelly's book.
She's got good ideas.
So, I mean, and then there's also the mix-in of the ladies that didn't have a match on the card. You've got Asuka. I think Carmella's in the Battle Royal, which, wow. Talk about going from SmackDown Women's Champion to dying to her. I mean...
Let me tell you something.
You can look at it two ways, though. You can look at it two ways. Because you can look at it as, like, for instance, the All-In Battle Royal, for me, was my favorite part of All-In.
Yes, it
was. I usually hate Battle Royals.
Cody.
However, with this Battle Royal in particular, they're going to be blending a whole bunch of people that are 2 generations, before the current roster.
3 generations.
3 with someone. But now they get to rub shoulders with some of these people that they ordinarily would never get in the ring with ever. No one else from the roster necessarily, from what we understand right now, is getting in the ring with Lita and Trish.
Yep.
Like nobody on this roster currently has ever been in the ring with Medusa or Ivory, who's been around just as long as Medusa.
Original Glow Lady.
You know who I wish was in this fucking Battle Royal?
Cool.
We might get it.
Jazz.
Or we won't.
No. Nah, that one's not showing.
I thought she was impressive at the NWA 70, but
she's not showing.
She's not.
I wish she was there though. I wish she was fucking great in wrestling.
Yeah. We might get Jack.
But I'm not as excited for this women's pay-per-view whatever as you guys are.
We can get to that at the end of the card. Yeah, I guess at the end of the card that made sense. So just quickly. Oh, that's Dave. Just quickly.
Those are the WWE women's superstars are coming to kill me.
So just quickly, from who you know that's going to be in the Battle Royal. Because obviously, I think a main roster person is going to win the Battle Royal. Who's your prediction on who's winning this Battle Royal?
Well, you guys want to do a prediction for one for SmackDown, one for Raw?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
So I'm thinking SmackDown Asuka, Raw Ember Moon.
Fuck
Yeah.
Ember Moon. I don't like her. I don't know, man. There's something about her I don't like. I don't know why, but I just...
Her contact lenses.
Maybe.
To cosplay.
Yeah,
Maybe.
she is very cosplay. You know what?
Look at that. She looks like she belongs in fucking... what the fuck is the name of this fucking movie?
Comic-Con?
No, fuck. The name of the one with the wolf and the vampire and Bella.
Twilight?
Bella, whatever her name.
Twilight?
Yeah, she belongs in that shit.
How does she belong in Twilight?
I don't know. It's just she gets that. She gives me that vibe. Like, where the fuck did you get this character
Dude, Twilight is all like pasty ass people, and you're saying like,
Oh, what you mean it's all pasty ass people? You have not seen it. I've seen all of them. I read all the books. That's what I'm telling you. She belongs. She's maybe one of those characters.
all right,
I loved it.
all right.
All right.
So just so we all know, and this is recorded, so we could say that Dave is Team Bella Swan. Okay, now, so Bella Swan to win the Battle Royal.
Team Total Bellas?
Yeah, I guess no. So I think I'm going to agree with you, Rich. I think it's going to be Ember Moon or Asuka if we're going main roster.
It should be, unless they're going to push somebody, someone new. Because I think what we don't know, they're going to throw in some NXT talent. I don't think they're going to give it to a legend unless they're going to dedicate some time to a legend.
Candice LeRae.
Yeah. Much as I like Medusa, I also don't think this is Medusa's. I think this is the first step for Medusa.
Yeah.
Because if you
I see her doing something like Paige is doing on the Raw side.
I see her doing another match because she had one of the better women's careers, and the way she left WCW was not.
Yeah, bro, but can she go? That's the question.
Hey,
Can she go?
I got a question.
She's been training at the PC like Shawn Michaels
If
has.
she
so
wins
she
a
can go.
statue, do you think she'll throw it in the garbage? I'm just curious.
I hope she does.
Will she show up at Ring of Honor
Imagine
tomorrow and throw the statue in the garbage? Because that would just be epic.
I think she should pull the Divas title out of the garbage.
That would be fantastic. All right, so what's the next match on the card?
Shayna Baszler, Kairi Sane.
I like that match.
This is a tough one.
I think that's going to be the match of the night.
I was being critical of the entire card, and then when I wrote it out, I was like, God damn, this is kind of like actually good.
So
card.
I'm going to be the first one to admit when I was at NXT Brooklyn. When I saw the match the first time, I was skeptical about it going in because Baszler, I mean, I like her, but I wasn't, and Kairi Sane's like a pirate, so I was like, But, and they're both very talented, but I wasn't thrilled about the match. I left that match jumping out of my seat for Kairi Sane. The woman is absolutely amazing. So,
we defined the elbow drop.
Great, dude.
Fantastic. Now, would I love for Kairi to retain? Yes. But if you had to give me a prediction, one title has to change hands here, right? And I think it's going to be the NXT title. I think it's Shayna Baszler.
I agree. I'm going to go with Shayna myself because I think this is going to kind of be what we had with Samoa Joe and Nakamura. Yep. They're going to go back and forth. Yep. Because it's not set in stone that you can hold a title now once in NXT and never get it back for the main roster. There's a lot of time between now and the day after WrestleMania.
Yep.
So, they can switch those titles 2-3 more times before then.
Well, and now you can almost build up a faction, right? Because you have the 3 of the 4 horsewomen in MMA, and they could come out and dominate with Baszler as the champion. And then Sane can go and get Shirai and one other woman on the roster, could be another Japanese talent. It could be really anybody that could come and team with them to try to take down.
Io's signed right now in the Mae Young Classic. Io Shirai is signed. It's in the Mae Young Classic.
Yeah, so they're best friends. So I could see them teaming together. and then add in one more talent. It literally could be anybody. It could be someone from Japan. It could be someone that's on the roster right now. It doesn't matter. But literally have them, it could be Dakota Kai. Take Dakota Kai and put her with them too. She fits them.
Toni Storm.
Or Toni Storm. Well, she's going to be UK, I think. So, I mean, to me...
What about Chelsea Green?
We'll get.
She's a crazy person.
Love her. What a hot mess. What a hot mess. Anyway, I love that she's keeping the curb stop. Anyway, Chelsea Green is as much as I love her, she's irrelevant to this conversation because they did not book the hot.
Wait. Listen to this.
Nice. All right. Cool.
Do you guys have a Jack Daniels sponsor?
No, but we do now. Jack, if you hear this. Anyway, so just taking this, I think I'm saying, Rich, I'm Baszler. Rich, you're Baszler. Dave, who do you think's winning?
I'm gonna go Kairi Sane.
Yes.
I'm gonna go Kairi Sane.
For what reason?
I don't care what you guys say. Fuck Shayna Baszler.
Okay.
I'm happy either way. I am
too. But what's the reason?
I like she's a true heel. I like that. I like that from her. I'm a heel all the way.
But Dave, give me the reason as to why you think she's gonna return.
I love her fucking pirate gimmick. It's fucking.
That's awesome. Not a reason.
I don't know. I don't know much about both of them.
Yeah,
that pirate gimmick is fucking awesome, dude.
It's absolutely awesome.
I don't know. I just see it long term. I would like to see Kairi Sane retain.
So we've got two
WWE champion.
We've got two that think Baszler. It's not who we want to retain; it's who we think is going to retain or win. So we've got two for Baszler, and we have one for Kairi Sane because she's a pirate. Next up, what's next on the card?
Goddamn right.
Sorry, that's me. We have the finals to the Mae Young Classic. I think it's pronounced Io Shirai versus Toni Storm. Who do you guys got?
This is
Toni Storm.
Why Toni Storm, Dave?
She's fucking awesome.
I love your answers. She is fucking awesome. There's no denying that.
That's it.
Awesome.
So I mean, looking at the Mae Young Classic as a whole, you literally have two amazing baby faces going up against each other at this final. The crowd is going to go insane. There's going to be an amazing pop if they've been following the Mae Young Classic up to that point. I have Toni Storm for this. As much as I love Io Shirai, and I know this is going to sound crazy, WWE had a prominent Japanese talent win last year, and I just don't see them doing it 2 years in a row.
All right, but you can break that by saying, who would have thought that two prominent Japanese talent would win Royal Rumbles last year?
This is very true.
I never thought that there was I got pissed last year at the Royal Rumble when it was the Bellas and Asuka, because I'm like, well, they're not going to have two Japanese wrestlers win, and then they did.
I knew because they weren't going to break the streak. That's how I knew that Asuka was winning.
But Toni Storm has also been. She's doing more with WWE all around, so I kind of got the vibe. I'm with you. I think we're all in agreement, Toni Storm, for this.
She's going to be NXT UK. She's going to be the face of that. That is the reason why she's winning.
Either way, yeah. I'm not throwing any flags because for me, this year's Mae Young was way better than last year's.
Yep.
Well, last year's was great.
Yep, this year's been amazing.
Both of these women, I'm like, fine. Yep. Whoever wins, wins.
I love the mask that Shirai comes out with. It's so amazing that she goes out with shows. But I think either way, you're getting a fantastic match here. I think this might steal the show. This is that, as much as I love Becky Charlotte, and we'll get to that later, I think this is the match that could steal the show. And I gotta go Toni Storm. So for this one, we're unanimous. It's all Toni Storm.
Yeah, I still think Kairi Sane and Shayna Baszler steal the show.
Okay. How long do you think they're going to give them? I'm looking at 25, 30 minutes.
Man, nah.
You've got a 3-hour pay-per-view with 7 matches on the card and a Royal Rumble, which is probably going to take about 45 minutes. So
no, it's not Royal Rumble.
10, 15 minutes.
I would be fine with a Royal Rumble, but it's a Battle Royal, which I'm
So the Battle Royal will take about a half hour. Figure this match, I think I give it about 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think 15 tops.
Next up.
All right, next up, we're going to go with the Riott Squad versus Bayley, Sasha, and Natalya.
Don't nobody give a fuck about that match.
All right.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna
start calling you disgruntled Dave.
No. Listen, I'm gonna get hot in here now. I'm gonna come in hot, boys. This is what I say. The reason why I'm disappointed in this entire fucking pay-per-view is because you have 4 individuals in this pay-per-view that, quote-unquote, elevated the women's wrestling to what it is now, WWE-wise. Correct? You have Flair, Banks, Bayley, and Becky Lynch. You have all 4 of them.
Yes.
I hate how they're using Banks and Bayley's in this, and you could say Natalya too. I'm not gonna, she has talent. But you can say Natalya. But I'm gonna say this. I hate how they are using Bayley and Sasha Banks in this fucking pay-per-view.
I could not agree with you more.
Listen, if there was something that took me out of this pay-per-view, was that. Using them more prominently.
Do you want
You know what I would have wanted out of it?
They should have had them going against Lita and Trish.
No. I got one better.
They should have had a 4-on-4. So 4 horsewomen.
That's not
even though.
Yet.
Listen.
Not yet. Next year.
That's not happening yet. Next year, will.
Wait till I'm not talking about Ronda Rousey. I'm not. Listen, they should have had.
Oh, Becky, Sasha.
They should have had Flair, Becky, Sasha, and Bayley, right?
And a fatal 4-way?
Then they should have. Yeah. No. They should have had them fight a 4-on-4. So they fight 4 legends versus the 4 new girls. You understand what I'm saying? You give that vibe.
Storyline, it don't work, man.
But listen, then you still have Becky Lynch and Flair have their issue, but they have to coincide.
But then you're taking the WWE SmackDown Championship off the card.
So?
And yeah.
You can't take
how many fucking championships are you?
You can't take
2 championships.
There's 3 championships that are going to be defended, which is typical of any pay-per-view. You can't take that title off the card. That's the top
I don't
feud.
say that you're putting too much pressure on legends to be able to come back and be at the level that they should be, opposed to like.
No, because then you can have Becky turn and say, you know what, fuck this match, whatever.
Charlotte, I like you again. No, fuck you.
You could have had something fast. Maybe
I
10
would
minutes.
have preferred, instead of them waiting for Survivor Series, to have, let's say, the Riott Squad against the Iconics and Carmella. Something like that.
Yep.
I think something that just showcases a little more of the current talent.
Yep.
And a showcase where there's not a title on the line would have worked for me.
Well, and let's add that layer to this, right? So they're apparently announcing that during this event, there's going to be an inter-brand tag team championship for women.
Ooh.
So it could be defended on any brand.
It could be defended on either brand. And I like that because I think that they think that their roster is too thin for women at the main roster level right now, which makes sense. So they let that title jump back and forth. It also creates the
I think it's good.
Yeah, I think it also creates the possibility where you get some like, all right, let's say Banks and Bayley do it. Now they go and wrestle the Iconics on SmackDown. It gives them a lot of flexibility. Yep.
But is this NXT?
No.
On the main roster.
Just
however, if they did that, I'd be into that. If they once in a while brought the WWE Women's Tag Team titles to NXT to take on Aaliyah and Lacey Evans.
Personally, that's what I wanted them to do with the 6-man title, because then you could have the Undisputed Era versus the Undisputed versus the Shield. Those do that.
Yeah.
But
I'm with you.
Even the UK, you have to.
Does the tag team title fit into this match? It's a 6-woman, I get it, but does it fit into this match?
No.
No.
Not this match.
So where does it come in? Because it's got to come in. Is it the Trish and Lita match?
Yeah. It could be.
So okay.
It could be.
Wait, so Alexa's not wrestling?
We'll get to that. Okay. So let's just before we jump there, let's finish this conversation because we've taken an amazing segue, Dave, on this particular conversation. So, who are your predictions for the match at hand, the Riott Squad versus Sasha, Bayley, and Natalya?
My opinion, the Riott Squad.
I'm also with the thought that the Riott Squad's going to win.
Yeah.
I'll go with the Riott Squad, but honestly, I don't care for the match.
Sasha and Bayley as well, but I think the Riott Squad, I was not a fan of that when it started, and they have made me a believer.
They're starting to win me over.
I'll say the Riott Squad.
I like Ruby.
Yeah.
I like Ruby.
I like.
I think Liv Morgan's improved incredibly from NXT.
Yes, she has.
Shits for a while, and now I don't know. She looks like she gets sleep again and eats. So I'm very happy with all three of those women's work.
I am very much so as well. Okay, so I think we've got 3 for the Riott Squad. What's the next match on the card, Rich?
All right, we're going to do the SmackDown Live Women's Championship, the first ever last woman standing. Becky Lynch against Charlotte Flair.
And let me just add that yet again, Charlotte Flair gets to be the first participant in another first. In another first. It's always Charlotte.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest with you here. I'm going to give you who I think is going to win and tell you why. First off, if it's not Ric Flair doing it, I boo the woo. I absolutely boo the woo. If it's Ric Flair, then I don't boo the woo because he's just
what if it's David Flair?
I'll give it to David Flair. Just because I feel bad for him. David Flair gets the woo. But Charlotte, I boo the woo. I think she is grossly misused as a face. I think that she's another one that could disappear for 6 months, and I wouldn't be too sad about it.
It's the Roman Reigns effect, brother.
It is the Roman.
That's exactly what it is.
I honestly think that if WWE takes the title off Becky Lynch, they need some sort of medication because of how badly their thought process is starting to work. But I think there is no doubt in my mind that the last woman standing will be the Irish last kicker, Becky Lynch. There's no way they're putting that title on it.
Yeah.
I honestly think after this, I think this is the perfect way to end the Charlotte feud. I think there's going to be 1 or 2 more transitional feuds before we get Asuka versus Becky.
They need to they need to go ahead, let Becky win, put Charlotte Flair out of commission for at least 2 or 3 months, so maybe 5 months. Put her out of commission. Make it believable that she got injured or whatever. Give her some time off.
You know what's sad? We actually had some time off with her when her boob popped.
Fuck her, man.
We had like 2 months free of Charlotte Flair.
No, I'll take it back. I don't mean to say fuck her. She's a great talent.
She is.
It's just she has the same Roman. Ready to make go. But the thing is this: she has a Roman Reigns effect.
She does.
And it sucks to have that, to be that, you know what I mean? Because you're so great, but then
I don't want to call it the Roman Reigns
effect
anymore. I want to call it the John Cena effect. Can we just remove Roman Reigns from any verbiage at this point?
Okay.
I don't get that. I don't get that same feeling with Charlotte personally. I mean, part of that is I'm not watching SmackDown every week because I'm a Raw guy. And the first time ever, I feel like there's a good divide between the shows where they feel different.
Yep.
And there's too much dancing.
Come on, Rich. You can't say that. You can't say that. Man, Charlotte Flair's been in every fucking pay-per-view since...
I know!
God knows.
I watched the pay-per-views
and on every single pay-per-view, she wins the title.
Not for a while.
Well, the most annoying part of that whole thing is when Sasha would win it on Raw, and then Charlotte would win it back the next pay-per-view.
That's what I'm saying. It was so stupid.
They got her to like 6 title wins in like 3 months. But from the perspective of this pay-per-view, I think the winner here is without a doubt the Irish last kicker, Becky Lynch. What about you guys?
I'm gonna go with that. Becky Lynch. I love Becky Lynch's heel turn. Her heel turn. I'm gonna go Becky Lynch.
I don't want to call it.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. creative-wise to move on with Charlotte.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? Like, man.
By the way, has anybody seen Becky's hashtag for the past 2 days? It's absolutely hilarious.
She's the man.
Hashtag I am the man.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love the one that she took in NYC where she's like grasping the title with one hand and one fist closed.
She strapped the little girl running from the bull with the title around its waist.
How about her getting in the face of Edge and tell him not to hurt his or break his neck going through the ropes?
She's amazing.
Oh my God.
She's absolutely amazing.
Great.
I thought she was great as a face. This whole like tweener thing she's on, I love it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So we're all three Becky Lynch, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right? What's next, Rich?
We have Trish and Lita against Mickie James and now Alicia Fox.
All right.
Oh my God.
So this greatly disturbs me because, as you can see, I'm all about Lexi Kaufman. There's the fourth wall. Hey, Colt Cabana, no. This is like the biggest joke to me in the world. Look, Alexa's going to be in the corner. That's fine. I get she's hurt. I don't want her to wrestle when she's hurt. But you are bringing back the two most dominant figures from women's wrestling, and you are having them face literally two people that they wrestled while they were active.
I'm going to give my prediction on this. Hold on 1 second. Wait. Don't say anything.
Okay.
Hold on. Hold that thought, Charlie.
He have a mask?
Okay. We have a mask. You can't put headphones into a mask, bud.
I look like Triple H. Look at my fucking nose. It's so big out here. What the fuck?
Oh, God.
I'm not sure what the intention of that was.
Hey, but this is what I'm going to say about it. I'm hot about this fucking match.
Okay.
Right? That should have been Sasha and Bayley versus their two fucking idols.
It should have been.
Put it like that.
But it's not. It should have been.
But now you're going to give me fucking Alicia Fox. What the fuck, man? Alicia Fox is a piece of shit worker who never cuts a good promo.
I wouldn't. What?
Unless they're swerving us. Because how many times has Alexa Bliss done that, oh, my arm's broken thing? And then it's like, no, she's fine. So she's kind of like, you never know with her.
I would hope they're swerving us because I'm sorry, Alicia Fox is not a substitute for Alexa Bliss.
No.
It's not right.
I don't know. I don't even know what she's doing there. Honestly, she went for a good year without being on TV.
No.
Without being anywhere, seen anywhere.
No.
And
she was dating Noam Dar.
Yeah, but you
box it, baby.
She's dating Noam Dar.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. You haven't seen her doing shit, and then all of a sudden she comes back and it's like, oh my God.
Well, no.
Well, I will say this in defense is that Alicia Fox does a really good job of selling for people.
Yeah, she does.
So if you've got two legends that haven't worked a full match in a long time, she might be the best person to make Trish and Lita look good.
As will Mickie.
Mickie James is, to me, in terms of ability today, probably the best person in that match.
You know what?
And for some reason, like everyone thinks about Trish, Lita, and Alexis, and it's like, don't forget about Mickie James.
I agree, but I'm still hot about.
It's the National Wrestling Alliance's heavyweight champion.
I agree, but I'm still hot about Aldis versus Cody. So fuck the whole Aldis family. But I agree with you. Mickie James is the best.
He's a national treasure.
Oh fuck that national treasure.
Nick Aldis and Mickie James go?
They're married.
They got a kid.
Nah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Really? Nick Aldis looks like a gladiator with a penis on his head.
I would love to see him in WWE.
No, I'm kidding. Nick Aldis is awesome. But at the end,
yeah,
Nick, please don't retweet this with my eyes rolling back in my head. I did not mean it. I'm only kidding. I'm just hot about Cody. So
you'll get us heat now with Nick Aldis too. Fucking Charlie, god damn it. Really got us with all scenarios,
right? Only get us 3 friggin' views anyway. So, that being said now, for this match, damn, I'm just pissing off wrestler after wrestler.
Good thing.
But that's okay, because Dave is too. I think David just said fuck about 95 people.
Our Dave or Meltzer?
He is our Meltzer.
David Meltzer.
He's our Spanish Meltzer. So, all right. End of the day here, I think this might be where the titles are interjected. There's a rumor that Trish and Lita are giving us one last run now. And it's going to be as a tag team. So I think your winner here is clearly Trish and Lita.
Don't nobody want to see that shit.
I'd be okay with that, especially with the titles. I know that they should give it to someone that's on the roster. However, I do know that Trish didn't leave because of injury, and she left to take care of some personal issues. And Lita just wanted to move on. So if these two ladies have enough and they can deliver the same way they have, fine.
You know who should be the damn tag team champions? The damn tag team champions should be fucking iconic. The tag team champions should be iconic. They're the best pure tag team that...
But the iconic should win it.
Yes, they should.
Yeah. Listen, I don't think that the tag team title should be bought out in this pay-per-view.
They are.
Let's have a fucking tag tournament for it.
Nah, dude, they're just gonna... It's something else to talk about.
That's what they should have had in this fucking pay-per-view. A tag tournament to crown the first.
Yes.
Women.
If they go all out, this would be the event to do it and surprise everyone. I think you're right when you say the legends against the current people. I also think they might be doing something early, and this is a rumor I heard a while ago. Not confirmed. I didn't hear from Mike Johnson, so it's not confirmed. But they might be announcing an early introduction for the Hall of Fame being China.
That would be fantastic.
And I think this would be the spot to do it.
Joni deserves it.
Yeah, agreed. I don't think anyone can disagree with that.
Do you know I met her?
I don't disagree with it, but I don't know, man.
I met her in Trips when I was 10 years old. A little random segue, and I was absolutely in shock because Trips was an absolute dick, as you would expect him to be. This is when he was Hunter Hearst Helmsley, so
sure,
absolute dick like you'd expect him to be. And then I walk up to China and I'm fucking terrified because this is when she was like massively huge. Like first came up, couldn't tell if like Todd Pettengill, Hunter. This is
when we didn't know if she was a guy or a girl.
I was just about to say, do you remember this? Todd Pettengill, Hunter and his new girl China are looking buff and mighty finer, but in a match, I guess that she would win. Do you remember that?
No.
You watch it. It was on the first Slammy Woods. The best one is the next part. It goes, Hunter, when you two get silly, which one of you has got the willy? Don't answer that. I guess I don't need to know.
Who said this?
That was Todd Pettengill. Don't ask me why that is still in my head to this day. Anyway, that said, I think when I got up to China and I didn't know her voice because she didn't speak on WWE programming, I get up to her. The chef goes, "Hi, sweetheart. How are you? You're so cute." I was like, no. Totally blew my mind. Anyway, weird segue there. So I think the winner of this match is Trish and Lita by a long shot.
I see that happening.
I agree, and I think if it was still Alexis and Mickie, it would have gone the other way.
I'm just mad, dude. Every fucking time. Listen, this is another fucking match. For a perfect example. Mickie James and Trish. Now you have Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. God damn, how many fucking times are you going to recycle the same fucking program over and over and over again? God damn it. Mickie James, listen, Mickie James could be one of the fewest women wrestlers that can carry that division on Raw.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
And they shit on her fucking talent, dude. I don't understand. Like, it's like, god damn it, you have the talent, but then you shit on everyone.
You have to understand, she was brought in to be an enhancement talent.
That's fine. It's cool. But yeah, you're giving her a fucking spot.
I'm David. There is something with WWE and bringing back talent to just make them job for the new guys, and it makes it obvious. Like it
doesn't make sense.
Like the Dudley Boy, where like there needs to, no one's found that balance. Like WCW, if you're an older guy, you win every match, right? And they bury the newer guys. WWE, the newer guys always bury the older. Yep. There needs to be a balance of like why the Dudley Boys matter against the New Day. Like the Dudley Boys need to be winning for the New Day to be effective in beating them.
Yep.
Listen. I'm just gonna throw this out there. As much as I love that the Hardys came back at WrestleMania and they had a massive pop, why the fuck are they winning their first match pack, the tag team titles?
We're really on a segue, and I think our video is
I'm just saying. It brings me coming back to Mickie James. She can carry this division. Yeah, she has a shit ass spot in the fucking maybe the catalyst of many more fucking people.
I actually have an answer for that one in particular, and that there is one of a commitment issue between her and WWE. She also does music on the side, and she's, believe it or not, by looking at her, she's a new mother.
Yep.
So, like, she doesn't look like it at all because she came back like 3 or 4 months after having a kid, looking almost better than she ever did.
Yep.
But you gotta have to keep yourself in check. Because I'm with you. Like, Mickie James is probably the most. She's the greatest woman on their roster currently of anyone.
She's the most underutilized.
Probably more so than Lita or Trish, but she won't get that credit because of her TNA time. Even though because of her TNA time, she actually is better because of it.
Yep.
She stayed active for all those years. She's been active for 18 years. Lita was active, 98 to 2006, 7? Trish was only active.
I don't want to cut us off, but I do need to eventually get the charger for my laptop because this episode has gone that long. So let's move on. I think we've all agreed here that it's bullshit.
It's going to be a long night. You better go get that charger.
I will.
We got one more match.
It was bullshit, but it's going to be Trish and Lita. Moving on.
All right, the Raw Women's Championship. Rowdy Ronda Rousey against Nikki Bella.
Rowdy Ronda Rousey. Right here. I don't think they're taking the title off of her just yet.
I can see Ronda getting it. I can also see the entirety of the Raw locker room turning on Ronda for Nikki to get it. Just based off of when Ronda first came in and everyone on the Raw roster was dumping on Ronda Rousey, I can see that. However, if Ronda does win it, fine with that. It's just another notch in her belt.
Yep. Dave? There we go.
This is one match I do not give a fuck about. I don't care who wins.
Who do you think? Give us some sort of prediction.
I'm gonna go Ronda. Just because she's like fucking unbeatable, but whatever.
All right. So, guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I think
the 2 count. Probably brings to you.
I think the general synopsis here is Dave hates this pay-per-view. Rich and I are a bit more optimistic. We've had a lot of fun segues. It's been a great conversation. I think it's going to be a great event. I know Dave disagrees. He's going to say, fuck this shit.
You should have told Dave we were just going to talk about Crown Jewel, because now he's disappointed.
Yes. But I think this is going to be an awesome event. I suggest everybody tunes in to watch it. Thank you guys for joining us here on the reviews. I'm going to put up a card at the end with everybody's predictions, and then we're going to see who's right at the end of the show. I don't think there was that much of a variance. I think for the most part we all agreed on everything, but let's get a tally going. We'll start a point system. I don't know, maybe the other person will buy somebody a bottle of Jack or something, but you like that, huh? But at the end of the day, thank you again for joining us on the 2 count. We hope you enjoy the upcoming event. We ask you to please subscribe, like the channel, turn on your notifications, tell your friends, tell their mothers, tell everybody. The boys of the 2 count are here. We're here to stay. And with that, I bid you guys adieu. I'm signing off, I'm sure, from Rich, from Dave. Y'all have a great night.
Bang.